I think it was you that tweeted that there's a chance that Anthony Richardson, they might end up just shutting him down for the whole season. I think he got like 5 different opinions on his situation. What's the likelihood that that actually happens, especially given what happened Sunday in Jacksonville? And when might we get an idea or like an actual decision on that?
I think we'll get one here in the next couple of days. And Shane Steichen last week said that one of the options was season-ending surgery. And so we'll see whether that is one of the options that they go forward with. You know, what's interesting here, and I've gone back and forth with some medical specialists on this, right? Initially, it was reported to be a grade 3 sprain, but you wouldn't have to do surgery on a grade 3 sprain. So if they're going to do surgery, then why are they doing that? Was there something wrong in the shoulder before? So there's a lot of medical questions that, quite honestly, my background is not trained in the expertise of what's wrong with the shoulder and the ligaments and grade 3s and grade 2s. So I can only speak on a layman's common person level to say that if it was a grade 3 sprain, then he wouldn't ordinarily need shoulder surgery. And they also keep saying that the tests came out better than they thought, that the shoulder injury wasn't as bad, that it might be just a grade 2. And if it was grade 2, then why are they operating? So the whole thing is a little bit medicine. But here's what I will say also. I think that the Colts are being intentionally very deliberate.
Is it the Colts? Because I thought the way it was reported is like Anthony Richardson is potentially choosing or opting to do the season-ending surgery. It's the Colts?
I think they're doing this together. And I think the Colts are being very deliberate because they're haunted by the memories of another injured quarterback and making sure that everything went well there. And sometimes with Andrew, I think maybe they felt like, okay, we rushed him back or we didn't have the answers we wanted. And I think whatever happened and transpired between them and their former quarterback, I believe has influenced the very slow, methodical approach that they're using here to make sure that they don't rush into judgment on anything and that they get everything as right as they possibly can.
I can respect that. I honestly can. It does scare the hell out of me, though, if he opts for the surgery, because the way he was reading is like Anthony was choosing to basically do a potential season-ending surgery, and it's like, damn, already? Like, hey, I'm out of here? And then Gardner Minshew goes and has his worst game he's had as an Indianapolis Colt, but he was jacked up. He was jacked up.
Sure,
playing his old team down there, that's okay.
Up, yeah.
So it's like, that is a big worry. That was a big worry as I read it. Like, he's choosing to end his season? Or
I think they're in this together and trying to figure out what the best course of action is. And, you know, he had a tough few beginnings here where 4 of the 5 games he didn't finish because of injuries, various injuries, 4 or 5. So it was a tough start, and I think they want to make sure he's right. Whether that necessitates surgery or not, we'll see.
All the tests have come back negative, though, after all of these things, 4 out of the 5.
Well, they say they came back better than they thought. That's why it's a little odd to me.
Yeah, but the knee one, the first one was a knee, came back test negative, didn't miss anything. Then there was, I believe, the concussion. But he played a series, I think, after that, and then he went out. And then now it's this, and it's like the tests were negative, came back better than we thought. It's like, damn, what the hell? We hope. Hey, AR, hope you're all right.
Good luck, AR.
Hope you're all right. Hey, I'm scared to death, though. We're just choosing to end the season, week 6. You know, the guy had like 4 touchdowns in 2 weeks.
It got something I never heard. I can't remember somebody getting a surgery for AC sprain or
that's what I'm saying. It's weird. It's weird. It's so soft.
I'd say very weird.
I love this. You know, it just tells you, Pat, how heavily watched your show is because I'm getting a little medical update on Anthony Richardson.
Here we go.
Grade 3 could warrant surgery. Doesn't always need it. Depends on what exactly the problem is. Grade 2 is where it means the ligaments aren't totally torn and surgery is more puzzling. But if he has some specific issues related to past history, his anatomy, something, he might end up with a surgical procedure. And of course, you want to find out more at that point. It's confusing, but hopefully we'll get some clarity. So somebody's watching and somebody's texting me that.
Somebody smart's watching, which we could have never expected. Somebody that had the answer, like that's surprise of the year there. Right about that. But anyways, that sounds like a dog.
You know, we get medical updates and we get pronunciations of names as the program unfolds in real time. That's how this show works.
Yeah, it's live TV, baby. This is from Max Fletcher at Maximum Fletch.
Oh, boy.
Hashtag I don't want to react, but Indianapolis is fucked.
Oh.
We're in a worst case scenario. AR is out the rest of the year. I'm missing reps. Minshew Mania is dead. And Steichen will drag this crappy team to 7-8 anyways. Miss playoffs and get a crappy draft pick. Hashtag tank for Marvin Harrison Jr. Buddy, I agree with you, Max.
Get in line.
We're in a bad
Marvin would be good there.
Huh?
It'd be cool. See Marvin Jr. follow his dad.
Yeah, it would be really cool.
I believe in Gardner, though. Don't you believe in Gardner? I
put a tweet out yesterday, actually. Said this morning when I woke up, I kissed my baby, said hello to my wife, took a dump. And then I looked in the mirror and I said, you know what? I'm pumped. We got fucking Gardner Minshew. Going back down in Jacksonville, going to be a little extra juice. He had 4 turnovers. You know, I mean, his worst game as a professional. That's just one of those things going to happen. But yeah, I trust Gardner is going to get us some wins. And I trust that he's going to bounce back after having his worst game because he's Gardner Minshew, big brain, knows ball. Shane Steichen's going to set him up for success. I agree with a lot of the things he said there. My biggest worry, and I don't know Anthony Richardson well enough, but it was being reported as if he was the one saying, nah, need surgery, take me out for the rest of the season. That scares the shit out of me. That scares the shit out of me because of what we've heard has been happening in the building last year. And then obviously Jonathan Taylor's situation where he's opting out of playing with the new culture. He gets a new deal. Then if Anthony Richardson's opting out, it's like, what the fuck? This doesn't happen at the Chiefs. This doesn't happen at anywhere else. You know. So now that we're learning that the Colts are also telling Anthony Richardson, let's figure it out. That takes a big weight off of my scared ass shoulders about the Colts. But yesterday for a while, there was a lot of like, we're dead forever, like type of conversation happening. Like, how do you change what's going on behind closed doors? And then now we're hearing it is a little, which is good news. But yeah, the Anthony Richardson thing really scares me because 4 out of 5 games.
That's tough.
He was hurt.
O-line's playing.
And I saw somebody who had a real big brain, who we appreciate, Rick Stroud down there, and say, like, look at the play where he got hurt on. The coach needs to take care of him. It's like, yo, that's why he got drafted 4 overall, because he's the fastest quarterback to ever come through the combine. Like, that's a part of who that's who he's going to be. That's why Shane Steichen's here. Like, that is. Right. So, like, some of those tackles he has taken have not seemed to be, like, abnormal. And then he gets hurt from it. It's like, oh, no, is this guy incredible?
He'll figure it out. He's going to figure out how to get down, how to avoid those. He's going to figure out.
Yeah, but some of those.
He has to.
Like, some of those, there weren't, like, crazy. Like
routine.
Yeah, like, it's not like avoiding those shots. It was, like, just standard. That's a standard tackle right there. Like, that's going to. I couldn't take it, okay? That's why I was punter. My body couldn't handle it. But, like, it's like, is he getting incredibly unlucky here? Or was he hurt coming in maybe? That's what they're thinking, maybe with the shoulder. It's like, hopefully it gets figured out because he is fucking awesome when he's playing football. But we haven't seen a lot of him. I have not got to see a lot of him.
And when you watch, like, Lamar in London, and granted, they're 2 completely different players, and Anthony Richardson is much, stronger, heftier, it seems like, than Lamar Jackson. But Lamar's so good at, like, running up to guys and then just falling at their feet. Like, he's not sliding. And he's not taking big shots, but, like, he gets down. Do you think that's really what it comes down to for AR? Like, if he can just learn how to get down, or
no, I don't know.
He's like a bruising back when he runs. Like, he's a physical back.
And none of the shots, like to Darius's point there, very routine tackles.
Yeah,
like the knee one, he got hit, and I think his knees like hit together, and then he was off, and it was like. He's got a knee, it's like, oh no. Like, was he just unlucky there? And then the other one was just like a standard hit. It's like, is he just unlucky there?
Kept playing.
Hopefully we get the curse lifted from Anthony so he's healthy a little bit more. But I didn't like to hear that he was the one choosing because then it's like, oh, this guy's like, he thinks he's got no shot of staying healthy this year.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, that stuff's like the hits he's taking where he's getting hurt, it's unavoidable. It's not like he's like, has a 20-yard gain and instead of just getting out of bounds, he tries to get like an extra 3 yards and put his head down, and that's how he's getting hurt. Like, this is the shit that he's gotten hurt on are like unavoidable hits, like stuff that's going to happen when you play his style of football in the NFL.
And hopefully one day, like Kyle Van Noy talked about how much Lamar has progressed as a pocket quarterback. I think the same thing will happen for Anthony because Anthony, like at some point, he will only be a pocket guy with running like as a last resort. But that time's not now.
No.
You know, it's like how many years does it take to get to that point? It's like a long time. It's like, what do you know?
And you got to play. Like, you got to play. Like, you got to get a lot of reps. Like, it takes a lot of time to get that feel. So not playing is obviously tough. And
maybe you should talk to Cam Newton. Sorry, D-Butt. Maybe you should talk to Cam Newton. How did Cam stay somewhat healthy, being such a big physical guy when he first came in the league?
Well, and Cam, the big thing with Cam was that they weren't calling the same penalties on hits on Cam because Cam's so damn big, like Anthony Richardson.
He was punishing defenders. That's the problem. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.